Good evening once again and most welcome to the big agenda. My name is Captain Smart. Bijidi say wo hoye menso me hoye pa na watwe no mu net say bijidi say wo de wani age His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo won the 7th address to the nation since ayade we ebebeswe wiase na bi ba Ghana ebo modia na enra oba okasa edun fifi bebe na ode wo ho say dwe say abranche na ye friend lock down me de beso ye me no masafa ma de mebie mu obi ankwa bonten monko agimani monko hwemo ho so yie na fei dwumedie bia no entimi enkoso oka sawe no kroma ye deja aye hu we si ani mi twa me ho aba me ba e be kwa kofa president video no asam no said o sika no na fei de trotros no de aba. This is the big agenda. My name is Captain Smart. His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Ronnie Ghana yina kasa said the bidi kan yemra mi yi dwumadi na di medi akyew no in terms of no ye konkote the president ekaye
to undertake aggressive contact tracing of infected persons, the enhancement of our capacity to test, the expansion in the numbers of our treatment and isolation centers, our better understanding of the dynamism of the virus, the ramping up of our domestic capacity to produce our own personal protective equipment, sanitizers and medicine, the modest successes chalked in containing the spread of the virus in Accra and Kumasi, and the severe impact on the poor and vulnerable. I've taken the decision to lift the 3-week-old restriction on movements in the Greater Accra metropolitan area and Kaswa, and the Greater Kumasi metropolitan area and its contiguous districts, with effect from 1 a.m. on Monday, 20th April. In effect, tomorrow, we'll see the partial lockdown in Accra and Kumasi being lifted.
We'll see the partial lockdown in Accra and Kumasi being lifted. Ya lifting ye ya na Ghana for being so sorry. Nipa mu wa wo se wo dadam ekomode wo. Wonti de entia president e kan wo share dem na se. Afen so obi ekomode wo. Ye mo aduane so a wo si boyi. E na aduane be na ye de brami. Sadin ba akopɛ de. E na je na fia be de twetwa guso. E na komode wo bra. Anya komode na de wo. Se komodo pa ya mo gare hwenka ho se de obesi edi abo wanum to but the koba ya no amafo be say no, your excellency adentin we bie yen wa pa ho asem akobia de ebe ye deja okro im o ebe ya asem papa se yen ko ne se kwasi enkosi koda enkoda president say ehum se wa lift lock down no nemu ma de ese se wo hye ne nso ne se okwa bontia still ese se wo hwe ho so yi mema ne ngba wotiri say eh enenenena no nkwaji wani so maka to say yare no okrom yare we okrom papa but what am I men ko ahoma no so ye entemtem na afei mene Dr. Augustina Silverking and Twaso ono a research scientist and a virologist at the Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research. Doc, what am I come adwe?
Yeah.
Mpachona etesai.
Nyame Adom Marapa. If na so Kumasi.
Good. Bijidi say KCCR for in obi aso ho ye.
Nyame Adom o yegusu ye adwuma. Yegusu test samples ne sa.
They mo test no emu ohun.
Eno ye to me fa ye ni hwe na ye nkase ehu ye fu. Ade ye testia e na ye be hu say ye positive and na say negative.
Okay, kakra bi na mo test no positive woman na.
Ye guso.
Mo guso wo ho.
Ye bibia be wo website ne se.
Ye mo hye ana ye.
Oh, we should be doing or taking the precaution measures. Ehia say ye be ka say need social distancing practicing.
Doc, partial lockdown a president are lifting no a year and I say yeah.
who say whether it's a partial lockdown or it's a total lockdown, then the WHO can it will not extinguish the spread of the infection.
Okay.
Especially when you have detected some positive cases in your country. Whether you lock down partially or totally, you are only a to enable you putting certain measures. Measures be to say aggressive testing, aggressive contact tracing, making sure that you have expanded your testing capacity, and making sure that you have prepared some sort of isolation centers. You have all your protocols, SOPs in place. Positively, you quickly isolate them and then you treat them. And of course, it also becomes important to be putting in place some mitigation measures such as physical distancing and social distancing. And of course, education is also very critical during this, whether it's a partial lockdown or it is a total lockdown. And see, this is what the lockdown is expected to do. But then, if you want to ease this, or if you want to lift the lockdown or ease the lockdown, I think it is recommended that it is done through a step-by-step process. And of course, at every step, we'll evaluate the consequences, or whether the infection rates are even going up, or they are going high, or they are going low, and whether the population at risk, they are even adhering to that measures now putting in place.
It is a washer, Cecilia, Emria, you will be position here. So, Utu President of before Enra, Kabaka so on lefty and as and command and lefty.
Oh, and Kabaka Chen say, anyway, says it's yeah, President, why?
No, before Enra, if you were,
of course, when we want to ease some of these lockdown measures now, I said we have to be very, very, very careful, because once you ease the lockdown, chances are that the infection will spread. And it is important that around this time you become very, 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 very careful, because you have to make sure that before you even lift up some restrictions, and as a lockdown, you need to make sure that you have some level of health systems with the needed capacity to test, to do more testing, more surveillance, isolate people who are positive, and of course treat every single case. And importantly, also trace every single place, every single contact. And of course, you may also want to look at at-risk population, because you say, some comorbid and some underlying health conditions. You want to make sure that if they live in a place, that place is well taken care of. In schools and workplaces, you have to make sure that there are some measures you have put in place. By a marketer, you may have already put in place some social distancing and social physical distancing measures. Baby to say Kumasi already. I know that for some of the markets, they were given some color codes in Tebia, and some were green, red, and yellow, and they come on specific days. Ebia woko your supermarket who say be on draw circles to indicate that if you want to check out and before you get to the counter, people need to stand in designated areas. Probably you may want to do all these things. And then importantly, you may even want to, at this time, before you declare, you lift the ban or you remove the restrictions, making sure, say, you are doing more, you have in mind to do more targeted lockdowns gradually. You identify hotspots. And these hotspots, we can only know them when you have something known as spot maps. In Bianca, websites, and we need to be seeing, and yes, I color the entire Kumasi. Kumasi with this number of cases, but we may already want to be seeing where the hotspots are. I say you hotspot, Accra. I say you hotspot. And of course, you may also want to, importantly, and they are very important, to alert your hospitals. Because when you ease the lockdown or you lift the restrictions up, chances are that the signs and symptoms, they will rush to the hospitals. In Ghana Health Service, there will be a friend or DIMS, a District Health Information Management System. So you may want to go in there to look at the number of severe respiratory cases, and pneumonia cases, severe people are reporting. You have to put in a lot of measures.
But do you think, sir, may slow ya lift lockdown and yahi and office and can say wo kakra?
And say Omampeni Kasano or Kansembia, it was very, very important. Or say if we monitor, and I mentioned monitoring, if you evaluate, you monitor and you evaluate. If you realize that, for example, in some communities, the number of cases are surging, then you have to lock that place up into another more targeted lockdown.
Okay.
Example, Kumasi or Poricom, you said the number of cases, then you move in there and you lock that place down. Because it means that what you are doing is that you are putting in certain measures to enable you monitor active case transmission and then to be able to detect the virus very early. And just Omampeni Kasa nose mask. He recommends wearing of nose mask. But maybe I am saying so say mandatory. It is a easy lockdown. For example, our security men, we may rather want them to be looking out for people who are not in nose masks. We know that again, when you travel over long distances and people are not adhering to safety precautions, such as not wearing nose mask, and if somebody is even asymptomatic, but then the person appears healthy and safe, no incubating virus, So chances are that such a person, when you sit in a bus with him or her, you will end up also contracting the infection. I think that as for the wearing of nose mask, it's mandatory. We don't have to joke about that. But then, of course, I said you put in some alternative measures. If you answer mandatory, you need to have educated your public on how to wear the mask and how to remove the mask. I mean, already we know that the government is already producing some locally manufactured nose masks. In the Ebianca by now, I said the prototype and I said the template, a trickle down to the various regions so that if they are seamstresses or tailors in the various regions, they will see the fabric that the nose masks are made up of, how it is done, and then they will also start some sort of aggressive production of these nose masks. And then importantly, and can say answer in this lockdown, I say educate the public on how to wear the nose mask and how to remove the nose mask. I mean, before the easing of the restrictions and the lifting of the ban on restrictions, nose mask. But we need to educate our general public on how to wear it because the virus, so when you are wearing the nose mask, for example, we need to teach them that they need to adhere to hand hygiene, with soap and running water, and thankfully now water is free. And so you need to do that. If you don't have that, so we use the hand sanitizer containing at least 50%
it is a dog.
So if we have all these things measures in place before we ease the restrictions, it would have helped.
It is Metidia okay. I see the nature say as a sank yes and we answer ya left lockdown into the yen as a yayen in terms of your prayer home.
Of course, it is even recommended. Say you don't lift it at once. You have to be very strategic about it. I mean, when we look at the number of cases, some of the cases, you have some question marks about them. We should be able to say, Upper East, Upper Libya now will be 19 years of age, or we are not the family members were even disputing the cause of his death, and then it was actually positive. And so 1 week after, one family member has also tested positive. And these are like some gray areas you may really want to target and do aggressive contact tracing, aggressive testing. Of course, add education to it. But then when it comes to education, you may want to include community leaders, opinion leaders, so that they become part of whatever is going on.
It is so Obika say ya lifting lockdown wing. A bit from your numbers no increase here. When the bay
definitely. Yeah, we are so testing. I think this is restrictions. It doesn't mean that the virus is gone. Especially when now we are hovering around over 1,000 cases. It doesn't mean that the virus is gone.
Okay.
And like we keep on saying, the virus doesn't walk. Human beings will definitely carry the virus. And see, the virus is still here. That we have the infections, and over a time period, we'll definitely see an increase in the numbers because we are still testing.
Okay.
And we are still doing contact tracing. And I'm sure people are also coming down with the signs, showing the signs and symptoms. And as for the numbers, they will definitely go up.
All right, and thanks so much.
I don't think we have gone up to the peak yet.
Okay.
And we'll still see some positive cases coming out.
Thanks so much, Dr. Augustina Sliver-Kane, for your time this evening on the big agenda. Dr. Hadi Mohammed Abdullah, good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you too?
Yeah, very well.
Okay. Mejidi say if you're a call.
Oh yeah. If you're a call, yeah. Yeah, here. Yeah. Say that me tell you, but
no, that's okay. I say a fan, sir.
Yeah.
I say a fan, sir. Big agenda, so they be here to me see. All right, then, Doc. Partial lockdown, President lifted. Is it in the right direction?
Well, based on science and based on the fact on the ground, respectfully, I say I beg to differ, and I do not agree with the president.
Oh, I didn't know.
I also recognize the fact that me a doctor, but of course the president has a lot of advices and has a lot of information, which I'm not probably privy to. I'm using the word probably privy to. But with the information that we've been given so far, okay, which was presented by the president, and later on, his Minister of Information also might have espoused on it. I do not think that it was in our best interest to have the restrictions lifted. Like I said, I was hoping that areas are new areas like upper regions, northwest regions, eastern regions are under like cases, and you better those areas, now the restrictions, Mr. Alcohol.
Okay.
Now I share in areas are maybe now more under restriction, but cases, alcohol down. We could actually target those areas, ease them a bit, and then new areas to say, I also know how or news and say cases are caught through or honor. And honor are tighten the kakra because, as you know, it was even partial restriction, it was not full restriction. So, say that we can, based on science, based on the figures on their mind, and using my scientific knowledge in epidemiology,
okay.
This is what I think would be the best. And also, we knew be a bit to or no, or your professor, or your there are new information. First, social way by almost a match for so better match than but other countries, you say, I have to say a law cry, say, to say United Arab Emirates, I was say bombers because someone will say a match, but first, there'll be a crack, I say,
okay,
they will not make that advice. Ushaswa, almost can say, like Nipa, how do you say, like physics, okay? You couldn't prove that you bet me virus,
Okay, the dog, what shall I say? I lefty. Then the beba, then the BC.
Well, me expect to say information on the surveillance numbers,
Okay.
The surveillance test, say, if it is anything to stand by, it means that your case is never costly. And I will share Ghana, about 80%. Any reaction in as many as about 80% of Omu show signs be a economic asset. Doctors be because they were treating known patients. Because they came into contact with patients who did not show any symptoms. The idea, those people in the first number, around over 300, I see, they tested positive during the routine surveillance. I'm expecting to say those people will go on infecting people. And now we've made transport available for them. The second thing is that President I said, I cut 18,000 people's results that we are waiting for. That you can see 18,000. If I know more, are they under quarantine? Because they are far sample. I will say you should be in quarantine. Where are we keeping them? We were not giving all this information. If you do not have, God forbid, all these people under quarantine, and it happens that some of them are positive, and if anything is to go by the percentage, we are expecting that about 500 of them should be positive out of the 18,000. These people can spread the virus, and now it's been shown that one person can affect up to about 30 to 40 people, as has been shown in other countries. Okay. And I share and now, who call bus stations now, they are loaded. Because we are called Mukrum. Into I say areas now no cases way because of this lifting of restrictions. Now cars are going to go on long journey travels because we
but President can say you were additional 16,000 be or one so samples as some court test. When you sure say no na betimi A B and I say B woman and the baby number now acostro and I say you are talking about say new cases will be recorded from the various communities.
Yes, new cases should be recorded because say they make it. Because food baby more virus, by hospital, so mood, and last week, your publication be from Germany, and I say because people are positive with the antibodies, Germany. Baby, they did not even know they had a virus. They did not go to hospital. But out of routine testing of their antibodies, which we are not currently doing in Ghana, these people tested positive. But we are testing now. The normal PCR test, they were negative, which means that at that moment, normal virus, but because they've been infected before and they've recovered, they were testing positive for the antibody. And that is enough scientific information to tell us that there may be so many people who have been exposed to this virus and they can go and spread it. They will be fine, but if somebody with comorbidities, there will be older people, it can kill them.
Okay, Doc,
and that is our fear.
Okay, then. Thank you so much.
That is why our fear. And I want to make a very last point.
Okay.
Wow. Ghana, the country, we've talked about the state of our healthcare system. We should look at what is happening, for example, in UK in Germany, and yes, and now Spain. It's not because they didn't have enough health infrastructure, but health infrastructure, your capacity is relative. In your cases, a brochure, a bedroom time, the better chance of even though a virus, and that is what is happening in some of those countries now.
Okay.
Even though Bowano, by hospital, because yare pa na ewo in the church, we are really serious, and some of our hospital.
All right then, Doc. Maminda was a yem renunti. Thanks so much, Dr. Hadi Mohammed Abdullah, for your time. But what I said and so many say, Rono Motors, ne so masrena for yetimide and the edition of the big agenda. Edinburgh, so pe car, eye car enye car wo de nam koduru akwanche baby na gya wasi ho car eye mono ope car papa eye rono ye car efe eye rono emma car eye rono memma car eye rono ye car gira ne naso ehum se etwe eno edo hwe fam kura wu rono motors car do bo fam kura wu usoro na wapopro ho no ahwe car na wo na wasoro kono wo mo na boa ye ne etimi de ne the big agenda bro bidding at the smart thanks to the production team and thanks to you for doing the watching. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye.